Waiting for that motorcycle or car or something to drive by. My ponytail feel like a cheerleader. Or like I'm playing in soccer, volleyball, something. The girl needs to hurry up and get this done because the kids are in their class. They're like teacher class, like Zoom. It's not Zoom, it's Google Meets. And I need to do this real quick. And your girl has like cat hair on her face, so it feels like little spiders are crawling on me because I was cuddling with Tyler. I had him on my face like this, and all in my head was like, what are you doing, girl? You're gonna be itching. So this is what we have left. I kept them in there. It's too bright, y'all. There we go. This is what I had left. So we are gonna do this really, really quickly so I can get back to mommy mode. Your girl's been stressed today, yesterday, the day before that, the month before that. She's just been stressed. Now I hear somebody jumping. What are they jumping out there? How are you jumping? You already did gym class already. Nana's out there. So I know you're like, oh, you left them two kids out there all by themselves. You know they're gonna get buck wild crazy. Technically they're not by themselves, they're with their teacher. But they're also with Nana. She's out there as well. So let's do this really quick. These questions are still from the other video. And it was what we had left over from the other video. So let's jump right in it. Okay, first one. Let's see y'all, let's see y'all.
Hey y'all, we have a surprise!
Y'all see your girl lost weight, right? Look at that previous Q&A. I didn't even know I was that chubby. I did the Daniel fast, and I'm also using this super fiber and fruit called Bellway. Now we always think about the diet, what's good to eat, what not to eat, but we never think about fiber, like flushing out our gut. And that's what this fiber is gonna do for you. It gives you a happy gut. Y'all know, smooth moves going to the bathroom number 2. And it gives you less bloating. My stomach has not been this flat in years, and that's the first thing I noticed. Then also it gives you clear skin and healthy hair. Y'all saw that? You see this ponytail? You saw these lengths, these inches? And that's something that I also really noticed right away. Now the product comes 2 ways. It can come in the tub that I received, or you can also get it in these little stick packets for on the go. Now I just wanted to show you inside of the tub so that you can see how the product looks. It's real easy to make. You just want to mix a scoop into 8 ounces of water. You can also mix this in your smoothies, but you want to drink up because this will thicken if you let it sit. Now thank you so much, Bellway, for sponsoring this video. The link will be in the description box as well as the code to save 25% off your first order.
Now back to vlog.
First one is from Lorraine Summers. Question. Is it hard teaching 2 kids? And also, how do you keep it all together? You think it's all together, girl? Girl, I feel like my head is not attached to my body. I feel like my head is like floating in the air, and then my body is just walking around bumping into stuff. And then my head is just floating. I just feel like it's not connected. It's not connected. Teaching 2 kids, I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of like, I don't want to say Lizzie's teaching herself because she's not. I'm still teaching her. We do like little games and stuff like that. Like last Friday, was it Friday or Saturday? Friday. Oh, it was a Saturday. One of the days this weekend, I was teaching her how to count money. Because she wants to be a fashion designer when she grows up. And I said, girl, when you go make them deals, you're going to have to know how to count money. And we were doing that for like 4 hours. Yeah, it was Friday. And we were counting money for 4 hours. And she loved it. We used her play money. And she was enjoying. She wanted to do it Saturday and Sunday too. I said, girl, I need the best. But anyway, it's more of me really dived in with Eddie during the day because this is the beginning of him really doing school. Like he's done school with me, but it was always like mommy and me and like play like that. I always try to make it look fun. But now it's like, it's the real deal. And so he don't want to stay still. That's the biggest thing. So I bounce between both of them. I think what makes it easy is because there's a lot of apps and a lot of online things. There's this app, I think I told you guys in the other video, called Seesaw. So the teacher will give them assignments that they have to complete. So I'll go to one and they do that. Go to the other one, make sure she did it. Because like I don't have to tell Lizzie how to do that project or that assignment with Eddie. I have to tell him how to do it. Don't show it that it's there. Tell him how to do it. Be with him while he does it. make sure he does it properly. So it's more hands-on with Eddie. It all depends on the children. I think that's what it is. Because it's like, if they both were in kindergarten, I don't know what I would do. And if they both were in 2nd grade, oh, that would be so fun and so easy. It all depends on the grade that your child is in and how they learn and how independent they are. So I think it's because my other child is more independent than the other one. So it's not like I'm just going like this on both. But as far as getting them to stay still, stop arguing, stop talking to each other, that's where it all comes in. Even the excuses. Yeah, especially with Eddie. I gotta go to the bathroom. That's with him. I gotta go to the bathroom. He will literally go to the bathroom, turn on the light, touch the toilet, come back out. It was like, you did not go to the bathroom. Yes, I did. I said, then why your clothes look so perfect? When he goes to the bathroom and he comes out, his shirt is tucked in his pants, senior citizen style. It's like, you didn't go to the bathroom. You look crisp like you did when you walked in there. He just wants to get up. Then he gets up, walks around his chair, comes back on the other side of his chair and sits back down. I'm like, what was the purpose? What was the purpose? I forgot who says that. It's either Eddie or Nana. They say, what was the purpose of you doing that? And then Lizzie, she just wants to just jam. She just wants to dance. That's what she wants to do. But I don't have it all together, girl. You are way too nice. But it is hard. It's hard teaching 2 kids. And I believe it would be very hard if I had to come up with the assignments. Oh, girl. That's why I can't be doing no homeschool. Yeah, let me put yours over here because I gotta keep it for the video so I can put your name in on the screen. But that's why I can't do homeschool. That's not happening. And I know there's like websites that give you that gives you assignments, as a lot of you guys were saying that in the other video, but I can't be the teacher 24/7. We're not doing that. S. Roberts, question: how the kids feel about interacting with other kids in their class via homeschool? Okay, they don't mind. Like I would watch some videos of other families, and I would look at people on Instagram and friends on Facebook, and they're saying that their kids want to go back to school. They're sad and they can't see their friends. They just miss the interaction with being in a building, going away from home, like going somewhere every day. My kids don't care. They're like, we're fine, we don't care. She does miss talking to her friends at lunch and stuff like that, but not where she's upset about it though. She'll mention it every once in a while, but they're not upset. I think they like being home. Yeah. I think it's because everyone's home. I think if I was to turn it into a homeschool after school is fully in session, I think maybe they would miss it because they see that they're missing out on something. But for them to know that everyone is at home, like their entire class is at home, it's not like they're being treated differently. It's not like they're the outcasts. Everyone's doing it. So when they see everyone doing it, they don't care. A basketball lover. Question: do the kids love day-to-day schedules for the entire day? When to wake up and when to go to bed? What to do in their free time? Do the kids have day-to-day schedules? Yeah, they do have day-to-day schedules. The thing that we really messed up now is going to bed. They used to be really good with going to bed. Now they go to bed at like 10 o'clock. After Alexa says go to bed, it says, what does it say? It says,
"It is bedtime now. Have a great night's sleep. Love, Mom."
And they look at that and they laugh. They giggle. They giggle. They used to dart in the room. And then they would just be up all night. Well, not all night, but they would be up for like an hour. But now they just won't leave the living room. So they just be dipping and flipping, tripping and ripping all over the place. But they still get up early though. It's not like they won't get up. Like if they go to bed at like 10:30, they're still up at 6:45. They do not care. And their day-to-day schedule, yeah, they're good for it. They know what they're supposed to do. They're in school all day. School starts at 8:30. Alexa makes the bell ring. Did she hear me? Because I got one in my room too. She didn't hear me. Okay, good. Hopefully I didn't make any of y'all's talk. But school starts at 8:30, and then they are in school all the way until Eddie gets out of school at 2. Lizzie gets out of school at 3:15. And you're like, why you do my girl Lizzie like that? It's because her class runs all the way into that time. I really want their class to end a whole lot earlier than that. But Eddie gets out at 2 o'clock. This class that he's in right now, what time? Oh, they're going to get out. It's 1:40 right now. So when they get out, Eddie's done. Then Lizzie is in a class. And when her class is over, she's done. But they're in class all day. And then their lunch is from 11 8:30 to 12. But yep, I have them in class all day. And the reason why, especially with Eddie, is I need you to get used to all day learning. I can't just have you only hopping on the computer when you have your specials and your main class. But after that, you jumping and twirling and dipping and flipping and all that stuff. That's not getting you in that schedule of working. It's just like when people worked outside their home and now they have to work remote because of the job that they have. Keep yourself on that schedule, because when it's time to go back, when homegirl Rhoda said deuces, it was fun torturing y'all, but I'm gonna go back and hit hide the cut. And when she disappeared and you gotta go back to your normal day, you're gonna be at that desk like, oh my God, my head hurts, I have a headache, I gotta sit here for 8, 9, 10 hours. You should have been doing that at home, but you don't got yourself so used to just relaxing. It's gonna be hard for you to get back into that real life. So that's why I force them, make them work all day, like school hours. And they just do their other lessons. They go in Seesaw because the teacher gives them assignments through Seesaw. When they finish, that's what we do. Let me see if I can tell you real quick. What Alexa, oh, please don't talk. What happens is the bell rings at 8:30. First, at 8:25, homegirl A, she will say, get ready. School starts in 5 minutes. I think I showed you this in the other video. And that's at 8:25. And then at 8:30, the bell rings. They immediately hop on their laptops, and then they go in Seesaw. They take a look at what assignments that the teacher gave through the night. They complete all of that. Once that is completed, they will move on to one of like the fun apps that the teacher gives, and they can have fun, but it needs to be learning. There are some like little activities in that app that just gives me the vibe of you just playing. You're not learning nothing. You're playing all day, and I don't want you doing that. You have to find the ones that play, but look more assignment orientated, like more working, you know, not coloring pictures, you know. That's usually we're at. Sometimes they're done around snack time. They're done with their Seesaw by snack time. Snack time's at 10. After that, it's from 10 to 10:30. It used to be 10 to 10:15, but I said, let me just let them relax for 30 minutes for their snack. So they have their snack from 10 to 10:30. 11:30 is lunch. After lunch, lunch is over at 12, from 11:30 to 12. And after that, Eddie has 30 minutes before that class. He goes from that class from 12:30 to 2. That's how long that class. They get a break in the middle. So when I started this video, he was at around the ending of his break out there coloring. And then when he has to get back on, that's when Lizzie's class starts. So their class overlaps each other. And I know some of you guys may ask, how does that work since their desks are so close and they're in a class, like hearing one person talk? It doesn't bother them because they wear their headphones. And so the headphones are pretty good with noise cancellation. It's not that complete. Beats by Dre, noise cancellations, or like the club DJ noise. Nah, it ain't that good. But it's good enough for a kid. After his class, he's off school. So when I say the times, it goes by so fast. But when you're going through it, it feels like it's going so slow. Whatever you do, make sure you do not cave in. And don't let them be on class all day. Like there's been times, Father God, that I have wanted to be like, look, little boy, just go sit down and watch TV. Homegirl Skillet will tell you when it's time for your class. There's been times that I've wanted to do that so bad, but do not cave in, because that's only harming them. When Rhoda's gone, you've messed up your child because they're so used to just having this relaxed, lazy way of learning that they're not going to be able to focus when they go back into the building. And now if they're higher, like middle school, high school, they've been in school for so many years by now that they're used to it. But a kindergarten, a first grade, second grade, third grade, they ain't been in school long enough. Kindergarten ain't been in school at all, but they haven't been in school long enough to really understand that this is different right now, but we're gonna go back to normalcy. That's a word. If any of the words a word today, you're not gonna want to do it, and then you're gonna misbehave for the teacher because you're so used to doing a couple lessons and then you just go play hugs with your teddy bear, jump on your bed, and then you come back and do it. There's not gonna be a bed, a teddy bear, mom and dad all up on you all day. It's not gonna be like that. So that's why I tried to make their area look as school as possible. I stay on the schedule. That's why I have homegirl A talking throughout the day. That's like the bell, like the school bell that rings. Because sometimes your homegirl K be getting stressed out and I'll forget and I'm like, dang, you were supposed to be in that class, you missed it. So I got homegirl A talking throughout the day. So that's not only for them, that's for me. That's for me to remember, and it's for them to know how serious it is. And it's funny how they will listen to her before they listen to me. I'm like, you do know that I am Alexa, right? My biggest thing is be strict, have a routine, do not fall off of it no matter how hard you want to. If you do want to be a little lazy, what I have added is Fun Day Friday. Or is it Friday? Friday Fun Day is what I do. So every Friday, when the bell rings, make sure you do your work in Seesaw. You're going to do your work. There's no day where you ain't going to do no work. You're going to do your work in Seesaw. And if the teacher didn't give you any work in Seesaw, then you can skip that. But you're going to check Seesaw to make sure work is there. After you've done all of your work in Seesaw, there's an app that the teachers gave, and it's just a whole bunch of just junk. It just looks like a whole bunch of games in there, unless that's the only ones they be clicking on. So I take that back. I'm sorry. I think it's just ones that they just keep clicking on, and they could just click on all the fun apps. And if there's an app that looks like it has a lot of lesson in it, go play the games. You can play the games all day, all day. As long as you did your work, you play the games all day, but you have to attend your classes. You have to attend your specials and your class. They do that every Friday, because mama tired. I'm tired. But you're gonna make sure you do that lesson first. That I'm not playing on that. It ain't like, well, you can do it over the weekend. No, because those laptops are not touched during the weekend. Those desks are not touched during the weekend. I'm stressed. Right? We're not doing no work on the weekend unless the teacher gives homework. She hasn't given homework yet, but if she does, you're doing it after school on Friday. I don't want to touch that stuff on Saturday and Sunday. I just don't, and that ain't happening. You're not stressing me out on my break. Y'all be thinking I have it all together, and I don't, y'all. I go in my closet and cry. I get frustrated and just walk out the room, close the door while he's still standing there throwing a tantrum. That really shuts him up when I walk away. That really, because he's like, she's pissed. Because usually I'll either yell, and if I don't yell, I start begging, like, can you please stop? And he still won't stop. The yelling gets him more crunk. It just fuels him up. But when I walk away, he just goes, she pissed. What happened to what happened to the era of kids that just give silent treatments? Like, I gave silent treatments when I was little. I ain't doing a talking back because my tongue would have fell out my mouth. I just gave silent treatments. What happened to the... And I don't mean pouting when I tell you to do something. I mean, like, if I've told you that you're not having this, or I'm taking away a toy, like, something that doesn't require us conversing. Just, I said something, that's it. Why can't you just be quiet, not dropping on the floor, kicking and screaming and hollering, throwing toys, and just, That era of children need to, like, go. Like, y'all need to get back the era of pouting. Not pouting when I told you to clean your room. Not pouting when I told you to eat your vegetables. Not pouting when I'm asking you, why did you do that? Not that. I mean, just pouting when the conversation is over and you're upset. Why can't you just pout? Why are you on the floor like you've been shot? Hollering. Why? Okay, the next one is, I bet y'all like, this girl's crazy. Nero Soul Writer says, when the kids were in pre-K, what tools or apps aside from ABC Mouse did you use? I was preschool. And I would use books. And I'll insert a clip here. I did my ABC Mouse, and then I did books. And then you would go outside. It was kind of like how my aunt used to do it years ago, because she had her own preschool at home, like her home preschool, kind of like a home daycare type of thing. But she did more than just watching your kid during the day. She actually taught your kid during the day. And you go outside and you read things out on the side, like on the signs. You read any like poster boards outside, or you'll write something random for a kid to read. Or we all have letters, words all throughout our house, especially if you have like those inspirational posters on your wall. You just point to things like that. Just point to things. Or when a kid wants to watch a cartoon and you put it on the TV and you hit info, so it talks about the episode, have them read as many words as they can out of that info. Like, just have them reading just random things. The crazy thing about it is it's not going to feel like you're teaching them. I don't know why, but it's going to feel like you're not doing enough. Like, my sister is telling me that, because she's home with Christopher, And she just says that it just feels like she's not doing enough. I'm like, how you gonna say you feel like you ain't doing enough? The boy can read now. He know how to add certain numbers. I'm like, all right, they told us that a kid doesn't need 8 hours of learning, like in that grade. I'm like, wow, but they gonna get that because I need him sitting down for a long time. But for real, that's why he bounces from different things. Like he'll do Seesaw for a little bit, and then he'll do Dreambox for a little bit, and then he'll do Epic for a little bit. Oh, and the books that I'm inserting in the video, if you feel like that's too much money, or I can't get a hold of those books, you take a piece of paper, and to teach them their alphabets, take your pencil very, very lightly. Not like you're really writing a note or signing documents at your job, but do it as light as possible that you can see it, but something can be written over it. So you write the capital and lowercase, teach them capitals first. At least this is how I did that. I didn't do no lowercase right away. I taught the capitals. What you do is you write it very lightly on your paper. Give them a crayon, say, what's your favorite color? Get your color. Make them feel like they coming up with a decision. And they pick their color and then have them trace. That's pretty much what be in the books. Once you've gotten them learning their letters or learning counting, give them wrong questions. Kind of like when you're teaching your kids, this is the easiest thing. When you're teaching your kids head, shoulders, knees, and toes, you're teaching them body parts. And you be like, touch your head. Although they're way past body parts, but this is just something quick that popped up in my head. And they go, touch their head, and they touch their head. And you're like, you're not touching your head. This is your head. And they'd be like, no. Oh, I said, oh, you're right. That's not your head. This is your head. Like, I would purposely give them wrong answers. And they're like, no, that's not it. And it's like, it's this one. That's how you test if they know what they're doing. So I do that with letters. I do that with what an item is. So if it's an apple, Eddie has to take the apple and put it with the A. And I'm like, what is that? Is that a peach? And that goes with a P? He's like, no, Mom, it's an apple. I said, you're right, but it still goes with a P. He said, Mom, stop. It goes with the A. I'm like, oh, you're right. Get it? Get it? Make it fun and goofy with them, you know? And it'll be fun when they try to test me back. Like, I'm like, don't test me, boy. I know that B is for banana. Come on now. Angel Eyes 65. Question, do you think you will ever get married? Well, it's funny because a lot of you guys, I could tell when someone's new, because someone will say, do you think you'll ever get married? Or when will you get married? Instead of saying, do you ever think you'll get married again? Or will you ever get married again? Because I've been married before. And I'm not doing that again. How are you feeling? Because I'm feeling fine. Wow. Let me say, I have no plans. Because you know some women are like, oh, I can't wait for my Prince Charming to come. No, I'm not looking for him. But if he pops out of nowhere, and I'm going to be looking for a whole lot different things. Because back then I was some little kid. How old was I? When we started dating, I was 19. And we got married when I was 21, I want to say. And got divorced when I was 24. Yeah. So we started dating when I was 19, got married when I was 21, got divorced when I was 24. I believe those were the numbers. If they weren't, those are the numbers today. How you feeling? Because it was a long time ago. If I was still married, I would be married for 17 years. Now, do I hate him? No. We still converse every once in a while. Last time I talked to him was maybe like a month ago. Month and a half ago. Something like that. So we still converse, talk to each other and stuff like that. But I don't see myself getting married again. It's just, I think because I've been divorced for so long, and I've had little relationships here and there, but the last real relationship I was in ended 4 years ago. It was right around when, so it had to be longer than that. What am I talking about? It was longer than that because it was right after Lizzie came into my life, because he was there when Lizzie came, and then we broke up shortly after she was in our life. So it was longer than 4 years ago. So it was a long time ago. Wow, how you feeling? Boop boop. But my kids are more important, and I can't just have people coming in and out of my life. And I know how you're like, well, they're not supposed to meet your kids. You're right. But how can I get away from my kids to build a relationship with somebody? You know, it's not just basically what I'm supposed to just have booty calls. I'm only supposed to go over his house at nighttime. You know, like how can I build a relationship with someone when I have children? Like how do I build as a single person? Like most people, if they have a relationship, let's say if my children were my biological children, then they would have their father. So while I'm trying to build a relationship with someone else, they would be spending time with their dad, you know? So they're always with me. So how can I build that relationship with someone else? Unless it's at nighttime during a booty call. Or if it's during the day when they are at school. If Rona hurries up and leave and stop out staying her welcome. So when she's gone and they're at school, I'm at home all day, but then I would have to find someone who doesn't work during the day, whether they're an entrepreneur like me, or whether they work at night, so they're free during the day, but he need to go to sleep. I can't be having him up during the day and up at night and have seizures like me. We can't be doing that. How you feeling? I ain't worried about that, y'all. If it happens, it happens. And if it's meant to be, God will make a way. It will flow so good that you're like, how's this working? This is weird. I never thought it would work like this, you know? I'm not looking for it. I've had the taste of marriage, spit it out, and now I'm on to the next entree of life, and that's motherhood, and I'm loving it. So here we go. Heather Kellner, question. So I seen you use green, yellow, and red cards as a way to keep your kids focused during online schooling and the reward system. How do you implement it? I tried and failed. Oh, sweetie. And my son thought it was funny and would ask for the red card. What's your son's name, Heather? I'm gonna call him John. John, I got my eyes on you. You don't be laughing at mom and asking for the red card. What? It's 5. He sounds like he's like 8 asking for that. Like, give me the red card. Hit my hand. Hit it. You need it today? Like, I'm about to do something bad, so just hit my hand now. Like, that's how he was acting. Heather's son, you that wasn't funny. You let him see this piece. You're being highly disrespectful to your mother, and that's not funny. I don't know why my kids don't want to fail. So getting the red card to them is failure. So they don't want to fail. I don't know, is that a bad thing though? Like they're so stressed on themselves, and I don't know why, because I never tell them that they fail. And when they do good, I'm always saying, oh, you're really, really smart. But I do get on them when they act bad. So, and I guess, and because they don't get, I'm trying to think, how am I going to explain this? I got a question for you, Heather. Is he your only child? And the reason why I ask that is because they will see their sibling win. So they don't want to lose. So that's why they fight for the green card. It's like, I'd be doggone if Lizzie gets the green card and I don't. Or I'd be doggone if Eddie gets the green card and I don't. So it's like that. It's like a competition, I guess, with them. So maybe that is helping me. And maybe if they were their only child, maybe they would laugh at the doggone card too. I don't know. But it's like a game to them. And they want to win the prize. I guess that's how they do. I need to ask them. But they never laughed. They liked it though. When they saw it, they got excited. And I would give warnings though. I would give 3 warnings before we moved on to the next color. And then I would just quietly come and move it and change it. And Eddie would slide out of that chair and just drop down to the floor like he been shot. Beryl Gilligan, question. How long are they being homeschooled? Girl, I don't know. It needs to. I was just talking about it this morning. I was asking my mom and my sister, I was like, y'all think Rona is going to still be here for next school year? Because I've already told myself they're here for the rest of the school year. I just told myself that. And in our town, and surrounding towns, so I think our whole state, I don't think there's any school that's closed. In our state, the schools are open. They're open. They're on hybrid. They're on hybrid. I mentioned in the other video what that means. And so it's not every day. They're not in school every single day. They're at home all the time. If you want to go to school, you're at school part-time and then you're at home. So it's like bouncing back and forth. If the hybrid, with homeschool, you're there all the time. Those schools are open. The only thing is, I don't need you dipping your toes in burning hot lava. You know, like, you're either gonna be out of it or in it, and I don't want you in it, so you're completely out of it. And their school has had some cases, because I'm signed up with the town's school district system thing, so I get emails for the homegirl Rona, and their school has had some things. Yes, they're in our town, we have, I don't even know if we got a high school in this town. I can't remember. Because I was like, what's the point of me needing to know if there's a high school in this town? Because we're not going to be here for high school. So that's why I never even thought about it. Is a middle school in close proximity with each other. And we had gotten an email, quite a few emails about this particular middle school that keeps getting cases. And I was like, there you go. Because at first they were getting these other schools. And I was like, I just hope their school does not get it. You hear that noise? Because I got the window open. I hear that woo woo noise. And then these two ladies are going for a nice walk. And I can hear that whole other conversation. I hope that's not annoying you. So I'm just going to keep talking because they're just standing at, they must be at a red light with all that noise. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's keep going. Woo! I don't even remember what I was talking about. There were other schools, other elementary schools that were getting cases, and I would keep getting emails just as long as we don't get it in this area. And then we start getting, I started getting emails about our middle school, our town's middle school. And I was like, it's just a matter of time. Our school is going to get hit. If someone is going to that middle school, their sibling is going to that school. And because it's just like if Lizzie, because Lizzie's going to hit middle school before Eddie does. So if she was at that middle school, Eddie would bring it to the elementary school the next day because Lizzie comes home to us, gives it to us, and Eddie takes it to school. And lo and behold, their elementary school now has the Rona. We've had multiple cases for that school. So good thing we didn't do the hybrid. So they're not going back until this is done. I really don't know how long this is going to be. I talk about this every couple days. I just sit there and ponder how long this is going to take. Verletta Look. Question. Do you ever do something for yourself? Nope, not at all. I wake up, take a shower. Does that count? Being a mother is hard and most mothers never take time out for mommy time. You are so awesome. Would love to see you do something for yourself. Thank you very much. I bought all that stuff for my birthday because these were written before my birthday. So I guess that counts. Sometimes when the kids go to bed, I sit there and eat cheesecake or a snack or something. Like, I'm gonna get my nails done, which I don't like getting my nails done anymore because I'm always running and ripping. My nails used to be long. If you look back on my old video years ago, they were long. And not like going to the salon, putting that fake stuff on there. I mean like my own nails. Like how Lizzie's nails are long as a kid. And some people be trying to clown me like, cut her nails. I cut them when she wants them cut. Because when I was little, I had long nails. And then when my mom let me paint them, my nails used to be painted when I would go to school. I had long nails. And I remember this one girl said, your mama let you have long nails? And I was like, let? This is my body. We need let. That was really weird how she asked me, your mama let you have long nails. Like, let. Now, I understand you say, your mama let you paint your nails? Because that's different. That's not a part of your body. That's something you're putting on your body. But let my nails grow? That's just like someone saying, your mama let you grow your hair long. Oh, girl, I don't know. But, no, I don't do nothing for myself. I get up, take a shower, brush my hair, you know, like do the necessities. Because there's some moms that don't do that. I went through a phase where I didn't do that. But, so I guess I'm getting better. And I buy myself things. Like I try to keep up on the latest electronics and stuff like that. And I bought my new headphones. Oh, right now. I bought my new headphones, the Beats and stuff like that. So I'm getting better. I'm not really into stuff like that. Like getting my hair done, getting my nails done, and buying the latest outfits. Once I became a mom, that stuff never interests me though. So, I don't know, I like electronics. Girl, I'm talking so much. This is not gonna get done. Oh, Father God. This is Squeegee. No, Squeegee. Do you ever consider homeschooling before the quarantine? No. I only considered that before they started kindergarten. Once you start kindergarten. Okay, Martha Gomez Lopez. Question. How do you manage to keep them thriving and sane? We ain't sane. We all crazy over here. What's the best part of doing school this way? We all know the downsides, but I know how positive you are though. The positive thing is how I set the classroom up. I can't have them sitting at the end of our coffee table, like our long coffee table in the living room. I can't see myself putting them there because they would just be kicking each other or sitting them on their bed. Lizzie says she sees some kids on their bed in their room, and she says she sees some kids in their mom and dad's cars while they driving around, I guess going to an appointment, so they're in the car during their class. I'm like, she said someone would be outside on the balcony, like on their deck in the back, eating grapes and strawberries. I'm like, you're harming your kid that way. You're getting them lazy. like lazy learning, if that's a thing. You're getting them lazy, so when school starts, they're not gonna be able to just lounge back on their bed or sit out on the deck and feel the breeze hit their hair or riding around in the cut with mom and dad. It has to be strict. Sit your butt down. This is what you're gonna do, even if you have to struggle and stress, because I think that's the biggest thing for me. I can't go anywhere during the day. I'm just here, locked down. I don't like it. When it was me and Eddie, we would go run our errands and we would just learn later. But doing that now, number one, we can't do that now because the reason why we're all at home is because of homegirl that won't go away. So I'm not taking them out everywhere. No, that's not happening. They haven't been in a grocery store since March. They've been outside, but in a grocery store. I've taken Lizzie to Walmart, not Walmart, Target. I took Eddie to the mall straight to go get his teddy bear. But to just take them freely in the groceries, nah, we ain't doing that. I feel like I'm stuck at home, and that drives me insane because I can't just get out. I can't get out of the house. I gotta be home with them for school. I did take a quick trip to Target this morning. My mom watched them, and it was close to snack time, so I was able to just leave. They had already done all of their work, so I didn't leave during that time. And they weren't in their meeting, but I don't feel sane. Like when you say, "Oh, you keep it sane," what did you write? Where is it? Oh, like how do you keep them thriving and sane? I don't feel like we're sane. I feel like we breathe it and we get through it. Some days are a whole lot better than others. I feel I had to give them Friday fun day because I was gonna go crazy, and they're perfect on that day. It just depends. Some days it's better, some days it's not. It's just how they wake up. Did you wake up on the right side of the bed? Like, you're too little to have an attitude. What you do? What bills do you have? What homework do you have? What SATs, ACTs, ABCs are you studying for? What exam? Whatever. What colleges are you applying for? Like, you think you stressed now? When all you gotta do is just make sure you wipe your butt when you go to the bathroom and wash your hands when you're done. And that's the only thing that you really gotta remember. Like, what are you stressed about? You don't know what stress is. Hopefully I answered your question. I don't think I did. But how I keep them thriving is just, I think each of them help me out. You know, like I said in one of the other questions, where they want, I don't know if they want to one-up each other, or if they're looking at the other and says, I see mommy's getting stressed, or I see that they're getting in trouble, I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm going to do this. And they bounce off each other that way. But all kids don't do that. All kids be like, I know, that ain't happening. They acting silly, I'm going to act silly too. I'm going to scream too. Ooh, you mean to tell me they hollered and got away with it? I'm going to holler and get away with it too. Like, some kids don't work off each other. They work with each other, and that doesn't work. Your girl is talking so much. This video is way too doggone long. So I'm going to tell you this right now. If this video is too long, and you say, girl, you talk too much, you just repeat yourself over and over again, deuces, silly gooses, bye. You can leave right now. But if you love me so much, from the top of your head to the tip of your toes, you can stick around and be here while I finish this. That's what we're going to do. Cassie Valerio. Duh. Okay. Question. Is there anything you don't like about homeschooling, virtual learning, something in person does better, or you like better? The thing that I do not like about virtual learning, well, I can't say virtual learning as a whole, but the way our school is doing virtual learning, or our town, is that it's not all day with the teacher. Eddie is only with his primary teacher for an hour and a half, whole day. And it's really an hour because 30 minutes out of that hour and a half, they're playing, they have their break. And then he has his specials class for half an hour, which is normal, half an hour. When you have music in school, it's 30 minutes. When you have art and gym, it's 30 minutes. So 1 week they'll have all art. The next week, all gym. The next week, all music. Like every day it's music, every day it's gym, every day it's art for a week at a time. And that's 30 minutes. That makes sense. But to see their regular teacher only an hour and a half, I think they need to be with that teacher longer. Like, they're putting too much pressure on the parents, because not all parents have a job like me. Although a lot of people want to act like YouTube is not a job. It is a job. I'm going to tell you, like, I've always wanted to say this. I think I said this in a video a long time ago. I don't care what you think about what YouTube is. Uncle Sam calls it a job. I got to fill out taxes. I gotta pay taxes. If I want to sit back and be like, this ain't no job, the people, the commenters, the people in the comment section, whether they're your loyal subscribers or your loyal trolls, they said this ain't a job, Uncle Sam, so I'm not paying any taxes. Uncle Sam was like, you better shut up. I call this a job, and you're gonna pay these taxes, or I'm gonna come and scoop you up. I'm a straight Wesley Snipes you're behind you. You're gonna get in trouble for not paying your taxes. So I'm gonna tell you, YouTube is a job. Everybody doesn't have a job that you don't answer to someone. Some people have deadlines and things they gotta get done. So for you not to see the kid for multiple hours, what is a parent supposed to do? I know y'all that gotta still do your job. I know it's hard, and I will pray for y'all every day. I know it's hard because I'm struggling, and I could just tell myself I ain't working today. I'm stressed. I got to help them out. They got more work on Seesaw than they've ever had before, so I got to sit here with them and do it. I ain't working today. Everybody can't do that. That's the thing I don't like. I don't like that the class with the teacher's too short. Because what you doing? If I wanted to be one of those if I wanted to be one of those parents that didn't care, my kid would only touch that computer for 2 hours a day. That's the thing I don't like. I don't like that at all. This is for Lala Breton. Question. Do you make enough money from your channel to support yourself, or are you just doing it for fun? How are you feeling? Okay, girl, Lala, it's my job. How can I word this? I don't know. The money really started flowing in even more once I hit 100,000 subscribers. So, but people make a whole lot more money before that. It's not having a lot of those subscribers means you're gonna make more. You can have a whole bunch of subscribers and still don't make no money because it doesn't come in until people watch you. Then there's this website that you can go on to see how much YouTubers make. So I used to look at that because I was like, what website are people talking about? And I went to check out the website and I was like, whoa, that ain't a lot. And I'm like, whoa, you don't. So then I said, once I start getting real bigger on YouTube, I check myself out. And I'm like, let me see. That thing is off. Like off. And I'm like, how are you that off? So what I looked at was the CPM. How much money you make per 1,000 views. And I think that website only goes from like a penny to $4 or something like that. But us YouTubers, we make more than $4 per that. We can go all the way up and make $20, $30 per that. So that website is way off. And so yes, YouTube is my job. I asked for this. I asked God for this many years ago, and for it to actually happen, it's like, it's crazy. But the thing is that I do get stressed out, like overly stressed out, because I can tell myself I don't have to work today. It stresses me out because I don't like telling myself not to work, because you look at, I could have made all this money if I just worked yesterday and today and tomorrow. But then my kids need me. But then when they see me work, they're like, mommy. I'm like, I gotta go to work, like that. And I think my kids take YouTube as a joke too. I'm like, you do know this is my job, but they see I'm always goofy and being playful, that they look at it as fun. But I gotta do the real stuff, like the behind the scenes stuff. I really gotta do it. You really gotta go sit down. Like, what you should be letting me do is do this and record while you're at school and edit while you're at school. So when school's over, you got me. But you don't do that. So I gotta be with you all day, and then I have to record once you get out of school, because Mom, I can't stay up all night. You know what? You knows what happened to me when I stay up all night. So that's stressful. We almost done, y'all. We almost done. Question: have you decided to stay in Connecticut as opposed to moving to Nevada? No, we leaving. How you feeling? We are leaving. Not sure if we're going to Nevada because the school system, like their rates for their schools, and the scores for their schools are not that good. And I want my kids to be the smartest that they can be. I really want to go to Nevada, but they're more important than my wants. We are leaving Connecticut, but to go to my favorite state that I want to go to, if the school system is not that good, no, I'm not gonna go. So, but we're leaving. Woohoo, leaving in 2022. Oh, did I say your name? Ooh, the girl who asked that was Barbara Pearson. We're almost done. This is so amazing, and this video is an hour. This don't make no sense. It's kind of like a live. You know what I've noticed? Subscribers like watching their people do lives and be on there for like 2 hours. But we'll never sit and watch a talking video for 2 hours. It's the same doggone thing. they're talking to the screen. Nuh-uh, because they could talk to us with the comment. I'm like, come on now. They're talking to the screen. They're talking to the screen. That's what they're doing. Same thing. Latoya Jibadoo. Question. If you're... Can y'all stop? Y'all tune that out, y'all. Y'all tune that out. Okay. If your kid's school reopened, would you send your kids to school? I sure would. How are you feeling? Because I am feeling fine. A fitness W-U. A fitness woo. I guess that's what it is. Why is all this noise? It's never noisy in our neighborhood. This ain't nothing but the devil. Satisfaction with school supplies you bought for school? Is school 4 or 5 days? Do you think the computer classes work? Okay, I'm satisfied with the supplies that I bought, and then they give us supplies. And then school is 5 days, so it's like 4 days with a fun day, but they still do work on that 5th day. Before you have your fun, you're doing your work, so it's 5 days. And do you think the computer classes work? Lizzie says they work. She likes them. Sometimes she won't have them on at all during the day, but puts them on during her meeting. Like, she calls it a meeting. And I'm like, you're just wearing glasses because you just want someone to compliment you on them doggone glasses? Because you ain't had them on all day. Well, we got 3 left. Oh, Caitlin Lyons. Here we go. Do you feel sad that Eddie doesn't get the experience kindergarten like all the years before homegirl? And does Lizzie like homeschool? Or does she want to go back to school? In the beginning, I did feel bad that Eddie wasn't getting the kindergarten experience. Oh, and speaking of that, I need to go on Amazon and find a school backdrop, like a backdrop, take a picture, because they take their school pictures. That is what he will have, because that will make me really mad that he won't have a kindergarten school picture. Look back on he little, and I'm showing his wife, like, look how goofy he looked when he was little, you know, like that. No, he's gonna have that. Then, but now, I don't know if I still feel like he's gonna miss out on it. I did in the beginning. I really did. It really bothered me. Now I don't know. Because he has a new story to tell. Like, I went to kindergarten through a pandemic. I guess he has that to say. I don't know. But it really made me sad. You would think that I was missing out on kindergarten. But now I'm all right. Shoot, how you feeling? I just want him to take his pictures. So I got to go on Amazon. I got to look for the coolest backdrop. Because they're going to take their class pictures. They're going to take their class pictures. Because I'm going to take them. 2 left. Here we go. Jane Rose question. Do you enjoy having the kids home during the day for school? Let me tell you the truth. I enjoy watching them learn and progress. But I'm pissed that I don't have my own time. I'm with them all day. But it's like, it's not bad. I'm all right. But I can't wait for them to go back to school. Like, I want to have my alone time. Really for work. I feel like I could be extra productive. I feel like I could be more successful if I had the time alone to do the work. I even feel bad with my manager when I'm like, I'm gonna get that video to you. But I feel so bad because I can't sit down and do the video. Like, Eddie will be really good. And I know you're like, you keep talking about my boy. Yeah, because he the one. He'll be real good. And then I walk away. I say, you got this. I'm gonna walk away. He look over at me, Mommy, look, I'm doing it. But then when he see, oh, you on your computer, and then he'll start being mad. Then Lizzie will see I'm on my computer. She'll be quiet the whole time. She'll see I'm on my computer, and she will get up, and she will come over to me and just talk to me about something silly. I'm like, Lizzie, can you go back over there? She'll go back over there. 2 minutes later, get back up and tell me something silly. I'm like, Lizzie, call me when you need help. Stop. You know what? And I'll close the laptop. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this. I'm just sitting on the couch. So I'll just sit there all day. And I'm like, Mommy, why are you not doing your work? I'm like, you won't let me. So I'm just gonna sit here. And then when it's nighttime, I get scared to work at night because I'm like, oh, I gotta go to bed. I can't stay up because I'll stay up all night. Y'all know me, I'll stay up for days. And then I feel bad. I'm like, I didn't get to do this. I didn't get this done. And then I look at the contract and deadline is coming. And I'm like, oh my God. So yes, I need to go back to school. I really do. Yep. Now we get the last one. Video is an hour long. I know it is. Okay, the last one is Martha Jones. Nice video. Question. How many days does Lizzie does homeschool? It's actually both of them. There were quite a few people when I was looking through the questions when I created all these papers that people kept talking about Lizzie. And I'm like, Eddie goes to school too. And they go to school 5 days a week. First thing, make them get dressed. They get dressed, and they're gonna sit up in a chair for the entire duration of their class. Unless it's like gym and they gotta do their hopping and stuff and they're having their little recess and little break time. But as long as they are working, they are in their chair, not in no doggone bed. And I know some people are gonna say, well, I don't have enough space in my house to create those tables like you did, or I don't have the money to create those like you did. I'm sure you got a table and a chair somewhere in that apartment or somewhere in that house. Put them there. Do not let them do their schoolwork in no bed. You're creating a lazy learner. So what's gonna happen is when it is time for them to go back to school, sitting up in a chair, like straight, and having to have like a routine is gonna be so off-putting to them because they've been laying in that bed learning for the whole doggone school year. Like, you don't gotta set it up to look like a school. You don't gotta do all that. I just knew that's what worked best for my kids. But they need to be sitting up at a table. No pajamas. They need to do their hair. It's like you're going to school, but instead of walking out that door, turn your butt around and sit down. Now we got birds going by. It's nothing but the devil. It's never this noisy in my neighborhood. It's quiet. Like, it's just a lot of old people around my neighborhood. All them doggone birds, ducks, pigeons, quacks, swans. I don't know what those things are, but there's something that in the bird family. I've never heard those things. Out of the 3 years I've lived here, I don't think I've ever heard those things walk by our house like that. But y'all, this video is long. Oh my gosh. And I feel all washed out. My ponytail looking popping. My ponytail popping. But I look washed out. Like I always say, I gotta fix this in post-production. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm gonna cut some pieces out because this video is way too long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It took me a long time to give y'all the second part of the Q&A, but I kept those. I kept them though. I kept them. So, ooh, wow, be proud of me. And I also want to say thank you for Bellway for sponsoring this video today. This is some good stuff, y'all. Like, I do not sponsor things that I don't believe in. I get a lot of sponsorships coming my way, and I will tell them, no, don't do that for it. It doesn't make any sense. Or that doesn't even go with who I am. Like, you're trying to make me be something that I'm not. Everybody needs some fiber in their life. You need it. Oh, and you guys always be telling me, oh, your skin be looking good, girl, you glowing. And some of you guys say, your skin always is nice, but you're just glowing extra lately. Yeah, yes, I ain't in love. Unless you're talking about being in love with Bellway. But nah, but for real, I'm being silly. So thank you so much, Bellway, for sponsoring this video. You go get you some of this Bellway, and I'm still taking it. And my mom wants to take it too, but she wanted to see how it worked on me first. I'm like, oh, so you're using me as the guinea pig first. and so she's gonna start taking it too. Thank you guys so much for being so sweet on my video where I talked about my condition. You guys are so lovely, and I hear about all the things that you guys are going through, whether it's the same condition of epilepsy that I have or if it's anything else. I just love hearing those stories, and I'm so sorry I can't get back to all of y'all. So what I'm going to start doing now is just hitting the love button so you know that I did read it. But replying, it's hard with the kids. It's hard. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for just loving us. And like I always say, no matter how hard life gets, keep holding it down. Love you.